This is Annie Lafrenière, and you're listening to the NSCA News Podcast of October 27, 2023. Welcome to the North Shore of Quebec. Today, Callan presents a brief overview of Early Childhood Week, which will take place from November 20th to the 26th. Then, we will cover community events and services in the Côte-Nord region.
Hello everybody, my name is Callan Forrester and today I'm here to talk to you a little bit about Quebec's Early Childhood Week. Now this year Quebec's Early Childhood Week is taking place from November 20th until November 26th, and it's the 8th annual edition of this week that we celebrate. The first time that this was ever celebrated was in 2016, but it's got a history that dates back even further than that. So today I thought it would be interesting to talk a little bit about the event itself, its history, its goals, and kind of its purpose in Quebec right now and in the future as well. I want to start by acknowledging that on the Collectif Petite Enfance website, it states that the main objective of Early Childhood Week is to make early childhood development a priority for Quebec and provide every child from the womb until age 5 with the means to realize their full potential. Now, like I said, this is the 8th edition of this week. However, though this started being celebrated officially in 2016, it kind of started as early as 2009. In 2009, Avenir d'Enfants, which was a nonprofit organization, began trying to figure out ways to connect a wide range of stakeholders in this province at both a local and a regional level. They wanted to address issues that were directly related to early childhood development, specifically from that womb to age 5. This kind of culminated in the Tout pour eux forum, which took place in November 2015, where they spoke quite a bit about making sure that there was a commitment to early childhood development. This is kind of where the idea for Early Childhood Week began, and in the following year, 2016, it was the first time that we saw this week happening in Quebec. What's important to note is that this movement was born with an understanding that both organizations and individuals were coming together to focus on issues that were concerning the youth of Quebec. There was an active decision made to promote awareness for these issues, to engage in a dialogue, and to make sure that this was something that was being discussed regularly. This week takes place in November because it aligns with UNICEF's World Children's Day. This day was established first in 1954 and is celebrated internationally on November 20th each year. It was kind of created to try to promote a togetherness at an international level and to raise awareness for children worldwide, not just in our own country, but across the world, and to help improve children's welfare and well-being across the world. It's a way to both advocate for children's rights and celebrate their rights, and hoping that it'll translate into a dialogue that can be seen across the world. The Collectif Petite Enfance website states 3 reasons why a week like this is important in Quebec. They state that it's important because children are more vulnerable than adults, children cannot vote or exercise any political or economic influence, and because the healthy development of the next generation is vital to the future of our society. They've also outlined some specific goals that are pertinent to this year's Early Childhood Week, and I'll read those out now so you can get a good overview and understanding of why we're still doing this today. So the goals are as follows: to provide information on how young children are faring in our society, raise awareness at every level of society about the benefits and outcomes of taking collective action in the early years of a child's life, engage people at every level of society and emphasize the importance of early intervention, shine the spotlight on achievements by various stakeholders in nurturing the development of babies, toddlers, and preschoolers, knock down silos and better connect the vulnerable families throughout the early childhood periods from conception to age 5, put winning conditions in place to implement public policies and programs conducive to early childhood development and family well-being. There are currently 512,000 children aged 5 and under in Quebec, and this week is devoted to making sure that their development is of top priority. This week is both an opportunity and an invitation to take a step back and look at the youngest and often most vulnerable members of our community and ask ourselves how we can make sure that they get the best possible start in life. How can we come together and help each other out to make sure that we are serving the children of Quebec? We encourage you to look more into ways that you can celebrate in your region and how you can be more educated on Early Childhood Week. Collectif Petite Enfance is a really great resource to check out. And we also recommend checking out the CHSSN, which is the Community Health and Social Services Network. This is a great place to go, especially if you're an Anglophone, where you can find lots more information. Thanks so much, and I hope you have a great Early Childhood Week.
This week is Media Literacy Week. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook for tips and tricks on media literacy and for digital literacy info sheets, which will be published every day this week to mark the event. Storytime in Sept-Îles will take place on November 11th at 10 a.m. at the Louis-Ange Santerre Public Library. We'll be introducing the children to poetry with the famous poem In Flanders Fields in honor of Remembrance Day. Contact the library to register. At Port Cartier's public library, Le Manuscrit, on Sunday, November 11th at 10 a.m., join Amber to celebrate National Pickle Day. Be prepared for sweet, sour, salty, and crunchy stories and crafts. Contact the library to register. Mark your calendar. Tickets for the NSCA's annual Christmas tea in Sept-Îles go on sale on November 1st. Join us at the Anglican Church on Sunday, November 26th from 2 to 4 p.m. for tea, sweets, and fun times. As per tradition, there will also be a bake and craft table and a raffle. For more information, contact Charlene at the NSCA.
We would like to thank our sponsor for this podcast, the Secrétariat aux relations avec les Québécois d'expression anglaise.